Hello and welcome back to Talking Giants. My name is Justin Penik and it's Saturday, so you know what it means. 5 keys to victory video. We are still searching for that first victory. We're not at the point in the season yet where we're going to switch to 5 keys to survival. We may have to do that in the next upcoming weeks with our opponents, but who cares about that? We're going to beat the Birds, the Atlanta Falcons, this Sunday, September 26th, 1 p.m., at MetLife Stadium, Eli Manning Day. We'll talk about that at the end. But Eli Manning Day, we got to win. We got to get our first win of the season. Key to victory number 1. You know, kind of a no-shit Sherlock type of deal, but I'm going to say Daniel Jones. Key to victory number 1, Daniel Jones. And I'm going to say this because week 2, especially week 2. Week 1, obviously, you had the fumble. There wasn't a lot of opportunities where the offense could have been able to move the ball week 1. But week 2, Daniel Jones was really, really good. And he has been really good, and I think he's been good in spite of Jason Garrett's offense. You look at the fact that Sterling Shepard is our best route runner on the team, but he leads the National Football League in contested catches. Sterling Shepard's the best route runner on the team who should be getting separation. He, usually in any other system, he is a wide receiver that does get separation, but instead in this Jason Garrett system, he's a contested catch guy. Go figure. Sterling Shepard leads the NFL in contested catches and not Kenny Golladay. Boom. Blows your mind, right? And also you look at the fact that Daniel Jones and this Giants offense, they're last in yards after the catch per completion, which again, I think yards after the catch is more or less a scheme-driven stat, not really a quarterback-driven stat. Obviously wide receivers can break tackles too. But yards after the catch per completion, the Giants offense is last in the NFL. So things aren't easy. There's no easy plays for Daniel Jones in this offense. So I think he's been good in spite of the system. Can he continue it? Can he continue to be really good? If they continue to be aggressive and they put the game in his hands, I think this Giants offense should be fine because this Atlanta defense is really, really bad. They've allowed a lot of explosive running plays and passing plays. If the Giants offense has a letdown game on Sunday, it is going to be very, very disappointing. And also, key to victory number 2 for the offense, impact of Evan Engram returning. Odds are he is going to return. Odds are he is going to play. So does this mean that the Giants are going to run more 13 personnel? They've only run 13 personnel, which is 3 tight ends, 1 running back, 1 wide receiver. They've only run that formation 2 plays this season because they really haven't had the personnel to do it. They've only had 2 tight ends active for most of the season, Caden Smith, Kyle Rudolph. So now the 3rd tight end, Evan Engram, comes in. And are we going to see more 13 personnel like we saw last year, where you're taking a wide receiver off the field? Are you taking Sterling Shepard off the field? Are you taking Slayton, Kenny Golladay off the football field? So a lot of people, I'm sure, have interesting feelings on that because Kyle Rudolph has been underwhelming. Evan Engram has been underwhelming as he's still struggling with that calf injury. And also with Evan Engram coming back, even in like 12 personnel or 11 personnel, does this mean that a guy like Caden Smith comes off the field? Because Caden Smith has been our best tight end through the first 2 games. Kyle Rudolph just hasn't looked great. He hasn't looked like we wanted him to look. So is Caden Smith just going to be put on the back burner? I certainly hope not, because he was put on the back burner even as our tight end number 2 last year, and odds are he's going to be put on the back burner as tight end number 3, and it's going to be a shame because they're going to try to use Evan Engram in blocking situations, and it's going to hurt Saquon, it's going to hurt everybody. But we'll see. We'll wait to see him react to that. But what is the role of Evan Engram if he does come back this Sunday? Key to victory number 3 is limit yards after the catch on defense. Matt Ryan, and I'm showing the graphic on the screen right now from Pro Football Reference, his intended air yards per attempt has been very, very low. But his wide receivers and his skill position players, they've been averaging 4.5 yards after the catch per completion. That's not surprising to see that total more than his 2019 and 2020 totals, because if you're throwing it short, then odds are the middle of the field is going to be open and you're going to get some sort of yards after the catch since defenses want to prevent the explosive play. But really, this is going to be the true barometer, this game, to see where this Giants defense is at. Because this Atlanta offense is not good. I know a lot of people are concerned because Atlanta does attack the short part of the field, and because the Giants have a lot of yards after the catch, that's concerning. Like that's what Washington did week 2. They threw behind the sticks, and then they got yards after the catch to produce some of those 15-plus yard plays. I know that's concerning, and then you look at the trends of the Atlanta offense, but the Giants should be able to take care of business. They really should. So this is a true barometer to see where this Giants defense is at. And key to victory number 4, who is going to make a play? Who's going to step up and make a play on defense? We have a defense that's full of playmakers. Azeez Ojulari has been one of the only consistent playmakers, and if anything, he hasn't really even impressed because every single sack that he's had has been over like 4 seconds. So, who is going to step up and make a play? James Bradbury had the potential for that to be the game-saving play last week, but this is the defense full of playmakers. Who is going to step up and make that play? Martinez, Logan Ryan, Jabril Peppers, Xavier McKinney. Who is going to step up and make a play? Leonard Williams, where have you been? Dexter Lawrence, where have you been? Step up. Somebody's got to step up and make a play. And then key to victory number 5 is win for Eli. Win for Eli. Shameless plug. If you want to honor Eli, go to the link in our description and it goes right to our store. We have a lot of good Eli shirts, some sweatshirts too. Once a Giant, always a Giant. For me, it's only a Giant. And then also, this is my favorite shirt, the Thank You Eli shirt. So you should go check that out. Key to victory number 5 is win for Eli. And the way that we're going to end off this 5 keys to victory is one of my best friends in the world, Nikki Snacks. We have a podcast that we do and a show that we do over the offseason called Bleeding Blue. There's a whole playlist. There's 28 episodes. If you like Giants history and you want to hear some cool interviews and you want to hear some cool stories from Giants history, go back and you can look through that entire playlist, choose which episode you want to listen to. But Nikki Snacks had this to say when the news came out that Eli's jersey was going to be retired on this Sunday against the Falcons. When the news came out over the offseason, this is what he had to say about Eli Manning and the impact that Eli's had on his life, and it's beautifully said, and that's going to do it for this 5 keys to victory. Go out there and win. Take it away, Snacks.
So I was stuck with Eli forever, and the fact that he went that whole distance and did everything he did, 16-year career with the Giants, whatever it was. And he was such a model quarterback, a model citizen, never missed a start. There's a lot of things in life you can't count on. Family will fuck you over. Everybody will fuck you over. Nothing in this world that won't fuck you over. But Eli always showed up Sunday in the fall. And that was my sanctuary. I sat there, watched Eli, watched my Giants, and that was it. And when I watched his retirement speech, and it's always tough because maybe his career should have been saved for a year or two with incompetent general managing move, but it was tough. He sat up there. He goes, Wellington Mara once said, once a Giant, always a Giant. For me, it's only a Giant. And I remember watching that on my couch, watching the TV as he said that. And I'm like, that's it. I'm going to get a Giant tattoo one day or another. That's what it's going to be. And why not right against my back? Because I love that team more than anything in the world. I love Eli more than anything in the world. And that was it. He was the constant for 15, 16 years every Sunday in the fall of my life. And I know he was for you too. So
yeah,